So today's a little bit more of a raw video. It's not scripted. I'm not going to edit it. I'm just going to shoot it literally sitting here in my truck. But I had to file an eviction today, and it just got me thinking. It's one of those things where, you feel bad about it, or at least I do. I feel bad when that happens. I have not had to file very many evictions, but this property, I bought it in 2022, and I actually bought it in my IRA. I think I have another video that I've posted about how I bought that property in my IRA. And tenant's been there ever since 2022. And, good person, real good person. I really like them and their family. But basically just stopped paying, and then we tried to work out a payment plan, and it was agreed upon. And then, here we go the first of the month, and they were a month behind, and they never agreed and never paid anything or reached out. And we had my assistant reached out several times, and they just stopped communication. And it's frustrating because you feel kind of like you want to try to help people, at least I do. And then it stinks because now it's pretty much a done deal at this point. We filed the eviction today, and it'll wind through the process, and it's either going to be they contest it, we have to go to court, or they don't, and then they end up moving out, and you just hate to see it. The other thing that I wanted to share, and like I said, I wanted to be kind of raw because I try to really help people on this channel that are investing in real estate and trying to learn, and I made a big mistake on this. So when I bought this property, now this is 2022, somehow, some way, I had a big slip up, and I did not get a copy of the original lease from the seller. And basically, because we had a good relationship with the tenant, felt like we did, and their family and everything, I never got a new lease signed. I mean, talk about stupid, and I give advice on this channel all the time, and it just goes to show that even when you're seasoned, even when you know what you're doing, you still can sometimes have things fall through the cracks. And that's why systems and processes are so important, and I've talked about it on this channel as well, about systems and processes. But I wanted to share that, and again, be kind of vulnerable about the fact that here I am giving a lot of advice and trying to teach people, and I made a silly mistake by not getting a copy of the lease. So I have no lease. I basically had to do an affidavit that said, they were on month to month. There was no other lease agreement that we made for an extended period of time or anything like that. And hopefully everything will be fine with that. But at the end of the day, it just goes back to, even when you're experienced, things can fall through the cracks. So you definitely want to dial in your systems and processes to be sure that you don't have things fall through the cracks, or very few things that do in fact fall through the cracks. So we'll see how it goes. I'm hoping that they will pay, but at this point, month and a half behind, they probably won't do that, and we'll have to go through this process, and either they'll vacate, and hopefully we can move forward without having to go all the way with the eviction process, or they won't, and we will have to go all the way through to the court. Actually, the last eviction that I had to go through, they actually requested a hearing, and it went all the way to the court. And of course we won, but it still just drags everything out and just makes the whole process not very pleasant for everyone involved. So that was just on my mind today. Like I said, this is an unedited, unscripted video. I was just kind of thinking about that. So the two things are, sometimes, I guess that I'm trying to make the points are, sometimes when it comes to investing in real estate, particularly rentals, it's not always sunshine and cash flow. You have to, either you or your property manager sometimes will have to evict people. And I don't care, at least for me, how long I do this. I care about people, and I hate it. I hate the fact that, someone is in a position where either they can't pay or they don't pay or whatever the circumstances, and I have to make them leave and potentially have to look for another home. I don't feel great about that no matter what. And then the second thing is, be sure you have your systems and processes dialed in so that you don't make the same dumb mistake that I did. And when you close on a property with a tenant in it, move forward and don't get a copy of the lease. Always make sure you get a copy of the lease. Always make sure you get the security deposit that they put down as well. Those are two critical things. And then of course, once that lease expires, or it ends its term, or if it's a month to month, it's even maybe a good idea to do your own lease. So if this works out, which again, I don't think it will, but if they happen to pay, I'm going to require that they sign a new lease with me that's month to month, that spells everything out, because obviously I have a lot of things in my lease to make sure that it kind of covers all the bases. So hope everybody's having a good day. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.